What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a Odd Eyes deck profile. So let's jump into this deck profile and let's see what we're coming at you with. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure, if you're new to the channel, to hit the subscribe button. That'd be much appreciated. Also, too, be sure to leave a like and a comment. That way we know what feedback you got from us, guys. So let's jump into this. Let's see what we're coming at you with. To start things off, we're running our 3 Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon is the main Odd Eyes Arc Dragon you want to see. You want to get it in your hand as fast as possible, that way you can get your plays going the way you want to. We're also running 3 of the original OG Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. He's very good for the deck. He's going to allow you to be an extra body on board. Also, too, if you need to search out your low levels at the end phase, pop him, let him get that search. And if you haven't used your Arc Pendulum play, you can go ahead and pop that off too. Also running 3 Odd Eyes Phantom. Odd Eyes Phantom is very good to be able to special summon to get the extra burn damage when he's Pendulum Summoned. For every Odd Eyes in your pen skill, so that's very useful to you, making sure you get that OTK. Also too, when he's in the pen scale, he's going to help you to be able to bump up your monsters by 1200 points, so that could be very problematic for your opponent. We're also running 3 Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. This guy is good. There's a lot of extra deck monster effects that pop off that you really don't want to, so that's the main use you got for him, making sure that you can negate those extra deck monster effects. And it's not a once per turn effect, it's just a once per monster. So if you got multiple of these guys out there and your opponent starts to get those crazy monster effects popping off, go and make them just pay for it. We're also running 2 Odd Eyes Mirage. Odd Eyes Mirage is the, like I said, he's the mascot of the deck. You know, you want to be able to get him. He's normal summonable, he's searchable, and also too, if push come to shove, you know, you can use his effect to make sure that you can protect your Odd Eyes cards from damage. Also running the 1 Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. This guy is, he's really good. He's beefy. You know, he can get over about any monster in the game. He's gonna be able to reduce that monster by a stack for every face-up pendulum monster. That's very useful. And also too, if you put him in the pen scale, to be able to get your Odd Eyes cards back is very good too. Also running 1 Odd Eyes Dissolver and 1 Odd Eyes Synchron. These 2 are good for helping with your fusion plays and also with your synchro plays. It's going to help you to be able to get the board set up the way you want to and help you be able to, extend over onto your opponent's plays. We're also running 3 Dark Worm and the Donut. Just to be able to, it's a good starter engine. You want to be able to get this going as fast as possible. If you got your Dark Worm in the graveyard, no monsters on the field, special summon it, get your search for your Donut. Also too, if he's normal summon, same thing. So it's very, very good for the deck. We're also running 3 Chronograph Sorcerer and the 1 Time Gazer. This is also another little starter engine. A lot of times Chronograph can really help you with a lot of plays when you get stuck in some plays. Whenever one of your cards is destroyed, just go ahead and special summon into the field, and that can help you start extending your plays also. And lastly, for the monsters, we're running 1 Tempest Dragon Ruler of the Storm. This guy, it was good to see him come back off the ban list. He's a level 7. He's going to help you be able to get your plays going, and he's going to be very useful for the deck. There's a lot of dragons going to end up going into the graveyard, whether it be XYZs, Lynx, things like that. You're just going to be able to use this guy, banish those out, start getting your plays going the way you want to, and just be able to OTK your opponent. But that is it for the monsters. For the spell cards, we're running 2 Allure Darkness. Allure Darkness just won't be able to eat through that deck a little bit faster. Most of your monsters are dark, so it's going to be not that big of a cost to you. Just get the plays going the way you want to, be able to generate through the deck, and that's what you want to do. We're also running 2 Duelist Alliance. This is very useful for being able to get to our Arc Pendulum and our original Pendulum Dragon. They're very useful. It's got Pendulum in the name. Search them out, get extra beaters and extra searches. That's all you want to do. We're also running 3 Spiral Flame Strike. Spiral Flame Strike is, to me, one of the best searchers in the game. It's going to be able to allow you to search out any of your level 7 odd eyes. You got 9 targets, so that's something that you want. Also too, if you have odd eyes on the field, whether it be in monster zone or pendulum zone, either way, you just be able to target one card on the field and destroy it. That can help you, you know, if somebody throws up anti-spell and you got one pendulum spell. If you have this already face down, you can flip it over. Go ahead and destroy that. Go ahead and set up your other pendulum scale and just keep your plays going from there. So that can be very useful to you. Also running the one summoner arc, you want to be able to get to that arc pendulum as fast as possible. Like I said, a lot of the plays generate through him, giving you those searches, giving you those special summons, so it's very good for you. We're also running the one terraforming, the 2 sky iris, and the 1 dragon ravine. I like this little lineup a lot. It's starting to help out with a lot of the plays. You know, you got your sky iris, it's going to be able to protect you, you know, from, you know, those crazy effects from trying to destroy your pen scales. Also too, go out and get this search for odd eyes card. And you got dragon ravine with, you know, the dragon rulers coming back. You know, it's very useful to be able to have that go to the graveyard, to be able to have your dark worm in the graveyard, to be able to just pitch a card, get it in the graveyard, start your plays going the way you want to. So that's very useful. We're also running 1 foolish burial and 1 dragon shrine. This is just another way to get your monsters in the graveyard that you need when you need them in there. I like to run 1 and 1. That's just my personal preference. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. And lastly, for the spells, we're running 2 Return of the Dragon Lords. Like I said, the deck has got a lot of level 7s in it. You're going to be having those dragons in the graveyard, and this can also help be another starter card. When I say that, if you use your dragon shrine to send your arc pendulum and your dark worm, you can special summon your dark worm, get this effect for the search, and then throw this down there and be able to special summon the arc pendulum back, and you already got an electrum play right then and there. But that is it for the spell cards. For the extra deck, we're still running the 1 Perform Pal Gatling Ghoul. This guy's just really beefy, being able to make sure that you can burn your opponent, be able to get over crazy boards with his effect is very useful. We're also running 2 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Vortex Dragon is the main boss monster of the deck. You want to be able to get this out there as fast as possible. He's got those good strong negates. It's going to, you know, spin cards back from the extra deck into the deck, let you recycle them and get plays going all over again. Also too, don't forget, he can special, whenever you special summon, be able to pop up a face up monster on your opponent's side of the field. It can be very, very useful. Also running the 1 Borlo Savage Dragon. Borlo Savage Dragon is very, you know, it's becoming a very good synchro card. Being able to use a link monster, be able to get negates, very good. Still running the Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. This guy is just good. I like being able to, whenever your opponent sets up these crazy boards, just be able to wipe the board like a dark hole, give them burn damage, and still be able to hit them for 3k in the Biscuit. We're also running the 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. This guy's just very good for being able to, you know, help you to get more dragons on board. Whenever you special summon, grabbing 1 out of the pen scale, get another dragon on board, just keep your plays going from there. We're also running the 1 F.A. Dawn Dragster. This is just good for making sure that you can get those free negates on those spell and traps. A lot of times you want to save your Vortex, sometimes you want to save your Borlo Savage, so being able to have this out there can be very useful. Also running the 1 Odd Eyes Absolute. Odd Eyes Absolute is very good for helping to get the Odd Eyes cards out of the graveyard whenever he negates. Very useful, very, very helpful. We're also running the 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal. Flare Metal is just good for if you didn't get the OTK push the way you want to. Slap this out there, say pass turn, go ahead sir, and that way if when your opponent decides to start making plays, they're going to start eating themselves up. We're running the 1 number 11 Big Eye. Big Eye is just making sure that you can put your opponent on point. It's good to be able to have Big Eye and a Dragon Ruler again, because that way you make sure that if you got the plays going the way you want to, you still want to make, you know, put your opponent in a bad position, especially some of that Dragon Ruler back out of the graveyard. Use one of your extra, you know, level 7s that you got on the board and just go into this and just make sure your opponent paid with a straight body shot. We're also running the Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. This is a good card for, making sure that you can really have another disruption on board, being able to bounce a card back, and whenever it's tributed, be able to special summon another monster. Really can throw your opponent off guard. We're running the one Heavy Metamorphosis Electromite. Electromite is just needed in every Pendulum deck. Unless they bring this back up to 2, we need to have a Odd Eyes Link monster, which that would be very good, Konami. You need to give us that ASAP. Also on top of that, you need to give me my Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon too. But Electrum is just an all-around good card. You want to see it as fast as possible. We're running one Deco Talker. This is just mainly for another good generic card. Also too, being able to get those negates for any monster that wants to target, or even target cards on the field, could be very useful. We're also running one Borlo Dragon, and just for this time around, we want to be able to run the one Borlo Sword Dragon, just because we want to make sure we get those good OTK pushes. We want to put as much damage on board as fast as possible. Borlo is just good all around good, Link monster. He's just a good boss monster, and Bull Swords is going to be able to push through about anything that they put out there. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also to be sure to Gallic gun that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys for all your love and support. We're out.